Mission accomplished. I'm Joe Downs for the Aces Insider. After more than a year of planning and months of hard work, the new Meeks family Fieldhouse is complete with the installation of the UE volleyball team's new state-of-the-art TerraFlex floor. And it's safe to say both players, coaches, along with athletic director are all very pleased with the finished product.
It's amazing. It's awesome.
Incredible. Oh man, I'm so happy.
While it's not yet open to the public, the reviews are unanimous. The new Meeks family Fieldhouse is a smash hit, especially with its first tenants, the UE volleyball team.
It's incredible. I mean, it looks absolutely totally different here. It feels like a field house, you know, when they started setting up the chairs and the score table today, the substitution table. I mean, it's going to feel, home court advantage is going to have a different meaning this year.
It's a completely different feeling, and just it brings excitement to the play that we have because we know we have this amazing home court and we're just ready to get at it, so it's awesome.
You know, I was the assistant here back in '08, and I remember, you know, how it was and how the opponents felt about coming here. We actually almost had to beg for people to come and play us here, and now, you know, it's an opportunity for the conference to see that we might be right on the top in terms of quality of gym and the quality of play that it could be done here in this city. So again, I'm thankful for the administrators that were all involved in this.
Central to the refurbishment for the volleyball team is the state-of-the-art TerraFlex floor, an Olympic-style surface that is a vast improvement and one that is an instant crowd pleaser.
It's just so nice, and you don't stick to the floor. Like usually with wood, when you're sweaty, you just stick, and that's when you get your burns. So yeah, the new court's really nice, and we don't get that now. I think that we want to give our best for the fans. We want to give our best for each other. We know we can, and just like I said, this court, it just brings a sense of pride, and we're just excited.
When they installed the floor yesterday, I kind of touched it and crawled around a little bit, see how it felt, but today playing on it was amazing. I mean, it's so different than hardwood. The way you slide on it, the way it dries really fast, it's just an amazing feeling. It's really incredible.
Incredibly, because the impact is just different. It has a little bit of cushion in it, so for diving it helps a lot. Defenders are, you know, excited about this, and then, you know, the amount of jumps that you take in volleyball, which is around 100 to 150 jumps in a game per hitter, it would definitely alleviate the impact that they take throughout the season in practices and in matches.
However, the TerraFlex floor is just the centerpiece to the Fieldhouse's overall atmospheric facelift.
It's amazing seeing former players up there that we know we can look up to. We know what they did. We want to accomplish what they did as well. So it's awesome to see that there, and just yeah.
It just makes it a whole new gym and a whole new environment for the girls. So I still remember, you know, that first impression that they got when they got here. The first thing they did was actually laying down into that floor, because again, it's not the same hearing about it and actually being on it. And I think the fans are going to experience the same type of thing.
The volleyball team will soon have a roommate with the women's basketball team, making the journey back on campus from the cavernous Ford Center. And head coach Matt Ruffing is equally enthusiastic.
I think it kind of exceeded my expectations, you know, by far. You know, to see the staff come in here, I can't wait to have our players come in when they get back in town this weekend to see our new digs, and, you know, to be so close to our offices and, you know, the banners. You see our, you know, history that just went up yesterday. I mean, it's coming together. I think it's exciting. I mean, to play in this environment, you can just picture our fan base, you know, us getting the students involved in our games and just what this can be for us. I'm going to go on a limb and say our opposing teams would rather play in the Ford Center than playing here, and that to me is going to give us the home court advantage we need.
We are going from a wonderful facility at the Ford Center, but with 10,000 seats in it for the women, it just never felt like home. To give a really good fan experience, we needed a smaller environment. We don't want to disadvantage the women's basketball team from having them have to leave the Ford Center. So we had to make sure that they had all the amenities that they would have at the Ford Center. So having the video boards, having the same sideline chairs, having the same sort of game components, and being able to do the graphics and sound system. So to make sure that this is not a step back for them, this is just a new home. And with capacity in here going to be right around 1,100 people we can jam in. There's cement walls, not a lot of sound treatments, new sound system, and really being able to purple and orange the heck out of it. This is aces everywhere. You can't turn your head without seeing it. this is a home court. This is going to give us home court advantage.
But perhaps no one person is more pleased with the results than the project's champion, architect, and father, Athletic Director Mark Spencer, who had the vision to take this ancient facility and bring it into the 21st century.
I have to take a lot of personal pride in this. This was, I did have my wife and I had a baby over the summer. This feels like my second baby because it's been a full year of planning, and really, I tell people that this has been a culmination of probably dozens of conversations of how do we get better, what do we need, how do we make the programs better between the volleyball coaches, the women's basketball coach, the players, exit interviews, all sorts of things. So to be able to see this come together and really just meet and exceed all of our expectations is just amazing. The coaching staffs were having me talk to potential recruits as we were still in the ordering process, and none of this construction started until the beginning of June. And so I would spend time with and bring the recruits in here with their parents and really just kind of point to areas and go, okay, well, that empty area is going to be seats and this is going to be new sound system. I think the trick on all this was the university believing in us and the funding mechanism that I put together for it, and to be able to put together a project of this magnitude, several $100,000, almost $750,000 to do this facility. But in the long run, it's financially sound, and it gives us a home that we can call our own, give us an advantage, and really be good for the future.
And last but certainly not least is the progenitor of both the volleyball and basketball programs, newly elected MVC Hall of Famer LOIS PATTON, whose name now graces this court.
It's quite an honor. It's stunning. It's like, pinch me, is this real? That kind of a feeling, really. I've heard from a lot of people that I hadn't heard from or seen in a while, and I guess they affirm that it's deserving. I don't know. It's lifeblood to me. Some people say you bleed purple, and I think I do. But if I were cut, I don't bleed, but I hope.
Being able to do courts and the new court, the new basketball court, the new volleyball court, we're really excited about being able to recognize LOIS PATTON. Being able to name these courts after it. The Meeks family were already had the naming rights in this facility, and they were nice enough to let us rename the facility the Meeks family Fieldhouse. But to be able to do those dedications, we probably wouldn't be in the Missouri Valley Conference without Lois, and she coached both of these sports and really couldn't be a better ambassador for the university. So it really feels good to be able to do this for her, especially in the wake of, we lost Jim Byers, a great UE ambassador last year, and just trying to be able to honor the people while they're still here. And it was important for us to be able to do this for Lois.
Now, the grand opening of the new Meeks family Fieldhouse won't be until September 8th. That's when the UE volleyball team takes on Indiana in a big showdown. However, you can get a taste of what the game is going to be like when the volleyball team stages its annual intra-squad scrimmage this Sunday at 1 p.m. It's open to the public and it's free. For the Aces Insider, I'm Joe Downs. And remember, you can keep up with all things Evansville athletics on GoPurpleAces.com, as well as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and our YouTube channel.